Hey gang, welcome back. Today we're going to start painting. Actually, I started painting yesterday. I'm going to tell you why. But let's take a look around the room real quick. We got all our electrical rough in done. So rough in is everything behind the walls and ceilings. And then once we're painted, we'll trim it out.
Yeah, we've recorded all the electrical.
Yeah, we'll have a separate video just on electrical. Is that right?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah, so we'll have an electrical video coming up. But today is paint day. So most of the trim has been sanded, vacuumed, and then cleaned with TSP. It gives you better adhesion, cleans it really well. And then on the sanding side, I showed this to Jordan and he hadn't seen it.
Yeah, check this out.
So typically, if you're dealing with a full sheet of sandpaper, most people fold it in half and then fold it in half again. Well, what happens is you're using these two surfaces abrade each other, and then they're really no good when it comes time to use them.
Yeah, so when you fold it like that and then you're sanding.
Right. These two are just rubbing against each other. So now instead of 100 grit, you have 200 grit. So you just make a cut right there. I'll see if I can do this. You go 1, 2, 3. And then it's paper. You never have the sandpaper against itself.
Yeah.
It's always against the backing. So
That's sick.
So that's our little sandpaper tip.
Sandpaper's not a towel.
Yep. So we've been prepping for a couple of days. A lot of trim, especially in this bathroom.
Yeah, prepping is arguably the most important part about a paint job. It's what's gonna make it look like you took your time and did a good job. Or
took all the hardware off.
Yeah.
Everything's been, like I said, sanded, vacuumed, cleaned, and we want to spray today. So let's go back in here. What I did yesterday was I put 2 coats of the finish color on the crown with a brush because today I wanted to put 2 coats on the ceiling. We're going to do a coat now, then we're going to spray, and then we're going to come back and second coat this. So tomorrow all we have to do is start on the walls. So what I left for Jordan was to get this window ready. He's got to sand the casing and the window sill, and then this one piece of base behind all these doors, and he's going to prep all these doors for me.
Yep.
So let's get going.
Let's do it.
Got all the ceiling color cut in around the crown. I'm going to start painting the ceiling. And again, we work out of a bucket with a grid. And as fate would have it, I forgot the extension pole at home, so I'm on a ladder.
All right, so we've sanded and vacuumed the windowsill. So now I've got my bucket of warm water because it's a cold day. And warm water with the TSP in it. I'm gonna go ahead and use this sponge, put it on the windowsill.
Now, don't dip the whole thing in the bucket. Just like that. You dip it in the bucket, you're gonna get paint all over here, and then it's gonna drip.
Good tip.
Yep.
The tackless got me. It got me. But now the sandpaper looks cooler. And we just got to vacuum what we just sanded, and we'll be good to go. So let's get it done. Alrighty guys, so we just got that last section of baseboard completely sanded, vacuumed, and TSP'd. It looks and feels great. And so now we're gonna come over here to Dad, and I think I'm gonna help him cut in.
Cut in bucket?
Yep, cutting bucket.
Yep. So we just dip. There's just a little in there. So you dip till you bottom out. Tap, tap.
You're good.
Ready to go.
All right, so I'm gonna get in front of Dad and we're just gonna knock this thing out.
Okay, we got the ceiling with one coat of ceiling white on it. It looks great. Probably do a second coat tomorrow, but I want to see how it looks tomorrow.
Looks great.
Yep, so right now, the next step is to tape everything off because we're going to spray all the trim in these two rooms.
Lots of prep.
Yep. So I'm going to start taping off this floor, and Jordan's going to run and get us some lunch and some more tape. So let's see how far I get before he gets back.
All right, we'll catch you when I get back.
All right.
All right, we're back at the house. Got some more tape, some food all fueled up. And I'm looking in here and I was gone for 25 minutes. What the heck?
Yeah, so I cleaned the roller and the brush and everything from the ceiling because I didn't want to.
Oh, you were cleaning?
Yeah, so I wasn't goofing off.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like you're almost done, ready to cover the tile.
Yeah, so sometimes you get lucky and see how the tape will slide under the casing right there? See that?
Yep.
So I'll get a nice clean line. Others, there's no way. So
You just gotta get as close as possible.
Yep.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna finish taping this up
Yeah,
with the plastic on. And
the perimeter's done, so we're just gonna put paper down now, and then we'll do the shower and the vanity and work our way up.
and keep prepping.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, we're getting a new toilet anyway, so we're gonna yank this one out of here so we can paint behind it. So I disconnected it, now we're gonna haul it outside. Is that the right OD?
Let me get a final sip.
Sweet,
Very nice.
perfect.
All right, cool.
All right, we'll vacuum, sand, clean. Look, they didn't even finish the drywall behind the toilet.
All right, so we got the vanity all covered up in plastic because we're gonna be spraying the top and the roof. So just gonna cover it so no overspray gets on it. We got the fixture covered up, even though that's getting replaced. What if they want to use it in the future? We just drape some plastic over it and it's tucked behind the back, so no paint will get on that. And we got, Dad, you want to bring me one of those cardboard sheets? We got the whole shower just completely covered, and the tub, and of course the floor, and all the lines are super clean. It might be hard to tell, but where there's base and angles,
Encasing.
yeah, encasing it, the lines are super clean. So, and then we have this cardboard, and so when we get to the doors, we're just gonna stick the cardboard there right behind the casing,
Spray.
spray, move down, and it'll be a couple of seconds, and then we just put the plastic here just in case any overspray gets through. It won't go into the closet.
Yeah, our dad has a senior moment and triggers the gun while it's in the closet.
Yeah. And we're ready to go.
I think so.
Cool.
So the whole lid gets sprayed and the crown, and then we'll move down. We'll pick a starting point, probably right here,
Yeah.
and just work our way
Work our way around.
and out.
Cool.
All right, let's go set the gun up.
All right, set it up.
did the ceiling, and then we worked our way down this shelf, so we always had a wet edge to work with. So that kind of separates the upper work from the lower work. So now we're going to start at this edge and work our way clockwise around the room till we get to this edge.
Cool. Should be quick.
Yep. So you always have to watch out for your hose. It's all about hose management. So I'm going to change the plan. I'm going to start here and work my way out the door so I don't risk this getting into my new fresh paint.
Yeah, I mean, that's all fresh paint.
Yep.
And since we're working so close to the ground, it's gonna happen.
Yep.
For sure. So let's just eliminate that and start working out the room.
Hey, we got this little bathroom sprayed, not a little bathroom. Took about, what, 20 minutes you think to spray it? Maybe more?
Yeah, a little, like 25.
Yeah.
30, yeah.
I mean, we started taping at about, well, 3 hours ago. We'd still be brushing right now.
Sure.
And we're done with the first coat. And it looks amazing. I don't know if you can get a close-up on anything. Jordan.
Yeah, let me come here.
Yep, look how nice it looks. And since the ceiling was painted such a dark color, we can still see some of it up here. And we're gonna roll that. It was just too much of a hassle to try to tape off.
If we
that
painted
skylight.
that with the air, we 100% would have sprayed the window.
Yep, so we're just gonna roll in there. So that's such a dark color. I think we're just gonna go ahead and spray a second coat on everything.
Mm-hmm.
2 light coats is much better than
Sure.
a heavy coat, right? So we'll clean the machine and we'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow. Hey gang, it's the next day. We set up outside to spray these doors. It's a nice, beautiful day here in southern Louisiana. Usually don't like spraying outside under the trees, but there's no wind. We're gonna shoot them and bring them inside. We'll be fine. So I sanded everything this morning, then I vacuumed it, and then I washed it all with a TSP solution. And in the sunlight, you can really tell that that TSP works as a deglosser, and it's gonna give this paint some bite. The paint we sprayed yesterday looks awesome. We'll show you that in a little bit later.
It looks good.
Yeah, let's start spraying.
Let's get it.
Hey, so we got the first coat on the back of all the doors and one side on our shelves. Got the drawer painted. It looks great. You can really tell out here in the bright sun what a nice finish coat this number 311 tip is putting on there. So the first digit on these tips is half the width of the fan. So the 3 means we have a 6-inch fan. That other tip was a 515, the tip that came with the gun. So that's a 10-inch fan. And then the second 2 digits is the size of the orifice. So this is a 11, which I'm assuming is 11 thousandths, I'm not sure.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
And then the 515 would be 15,000. So this puts on a little less paint, but it is atomizing it super fine. It almost looks like an enamel. And what kind of paint are we using? This is Bear.
Bear paint?
This is Bear paint, yeah. So we're gonna let these sit in the sun. I can already tell it's drying really fast. We have a little bit of a breeze now. And I think we can flip them. Let's go put a second coat in the bathroom. We have plenty of paint. It's already taped and
2 coats never hurt.
yeah. Hey, we're back in the master bathroom. We're gonna give it a second coat, but before we get started, we wanna show you how nice it came out. You can get a close up on this casing, Jordan. And it's just as smooth as can be.
It is really smooth.
And it's like that, the crown's the same, the baseboard, all these cabinets, just, it came out really nice. So,
Yeah, maybe if I zoom in up there, yeah, you can totally tell.
I kind of always like the second coat anyway, because in case you miss a spot, you're gonna get it on the second coat. So here we go.
All right, let's get it. callus quality. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah, that's when you really notice a difference in the paint job.
On the second?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go see how we're doing outside.
All right, cool.
Hey, we're back outside. These have been baking in the sun and they are completely dry. They feel great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna flip these over and shoot the other side. Let them bake in the sun for about another hour or so and then move them inside for tonight. So this is our little shadow line. We're chasing the sun here, so let's get going.
Let's get it.
It never gets old seeing what a great job that Graco machine does with this paint.
Seriously.
Yep. I've sprayed thousands of doors with an enamel gun, and this looks awesome.
It does.
Yep. So we're gonna let these bake in the sun. We're gonna head inside and prep the master bedroom so we can shoot that base and the door frames today.
Let's
go get it.
Let's
done.
go.
All right.
All right, guys, so we're in the master bedroom, and Dad just cut a precise piece of plastic, and I've gone around the edges with blue tape, and we're test fitting it now because this has to be a precise cut because we can't have any overlap. So we're gonna go ahead and stick it on the back side of the blue tape and just get this plastic to fit, get this window covered up. Alrighty guys, so we got the window entirely prepped. Cardboard is in the lip, there's a little lip, so that way none will get underneath and get trapped underneath, but all of the edges are sealed with blue tape. We got it pressed up against there, nice. All these corners, let me get in tight real quick. You can tell just all the way down. It's just super tight, super clean. And so now that we've got the window done, we gotta move on to the door, but the door has 15 little windows that we have to cover. So we measured it, I'm on cutting duty, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut 15 little squares out of paper, and Dad's gonna be taping them up. We're gonna get this thing covered up so we can spray it, let it dry overnight. So let's get to it. Woo! Dang.
That's a pain.
Bunch of window panes.
Yeah. PANE.
Dang.
15 windows, 60 pieces of tape.
Yeah, that took a while.
But it's like we talked about before, it's all in the prep work. Hey gang, the sun's going down. We brought all the doors in from the outside. They are dry, but we wanted to bring them in for the night. And the goal for tomorrow is to finish with the trim color completely, start cutting in the walls. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hey gang, it's the next day. So right now we're gonna second coat the last of the cabinet doors. We've lightly gone over them with some sandpaper, toweled them off, and are ready to go. So let's get it done. So we noticed this morning, see those nail holes? So this was painted a dark color before, so we couldn't see those. But now that it's white, they're really standing out. So we're gonna fill them with this. And then we're also gonna run a bead of caulk in the corners. Can you see that?
Yes.
This one's not too bad, but one over there is really bad. We're gonna let that dry a little while, then we're gonna shoot this a second coat. So here, you get that, and I'll do the caulk gun.
Okay. How many corners you got left?
I think just one.
All right. What about up here on this window? I noticed that that there's some
Yeah.
stuff kind of hanging down on the top.
I saw that too, so.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. So that's another thing you're gonna see when you paint something that's dark white. So we're just gonna, did you already cut it? Yeah. So we're just gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna caulk that edge. Okay, so we got all our base ready for its second coat. So the caulk and the wood filler is going to dry a little while. And while that's drying, we're going to take this exterior door that we taped off yesterday, and we're going to bring it outside and shoot it so it can dry, and then we can rehang it in a couple hours. Now it's time to spray this door. Hey gang, we got the interior of the exterior door spray painted and both sides of the bathroom door painted. They're drying. We're hoping a leaf doesn't fall, but it's drying pretty fast. Got a little breeze going, but we're getting hungry, so Jordan's gonna go grab some lunch while I prep the two door frames inside.
See you when you get back.
See you in a bit.
All right, guys, so we're back at the house. I grabbed lunch, but before we eat, let's look at Dad's work. He prepped these frames and painted them. It looks all right to me. Looks okay.
Hey gang, we got some lunch. We're all fueled up. So now we're gonna give a second coat of paint to all the trim in the bedroom. And then we'll be able to bring in the cabinet doors that are dry and lean them against this wall and get them inside. Let's get it done. We're back outside. So we have 4 of these to paint. They're double doors for the master bathroom closets. And one thing we noticed, they're almost like exterior doors. They're 1 3/8.
They're super heavy.
Yeah.
Solid wood.
1 3/4 thick. Yeah, but they are heavy. But they were too long to put across here. I wouldn't be able to paint it in one stroke. So we're going to shoot it here. Pick it up and set it over there and do that 4 times. So
We got a 5th door to paint.
Yep, and then we'll put it right here and shoot it.
And then it'll just, and then
One side only.
Yeah, all these doors are only getting one side of paint, and the 5th one will sit there, get painted there, and dry there. So let's get it popping. All right, it's sketchy, but it's what we got. But man, you can just tell those look brand new almost right there.
Let's do this one.
Last frame, last trim piece, last color, last piece for this color.
Should be.
Cool.
Nice.
Sick.
All right.
It's a lot of painting.
That was almost 4 gallons of just trim color.
Gallon a day.
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, the sun's going down, the temperature's starting to drop, so we're gonna bring in those 4 skinny doors that we painted. They're still wet. So we're just gonna bring them in here and slide them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they can dry inside overnight. Let's see if it works.
right, look at this operation, man. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. And honestly, we probably couldn't even get a fifth one up top if we tried. It would be super sketchy.
Hey gang, we are done with the trim. We brought all the doors inside. They're protected from the weather, of course. You can really see how much there was just when they're all in one room. All that's left on this project is to paint the walls, 2 coats, and to trim out all the electric.
Electric will be fast.
Yep, and we're gonna start on that tomorrow. So we're gonna end this video here. We'll see you on the next one. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And
And we'll see you in the next one.